All right, time for a quick video for us for tonight so we can study and get ready for the test that's tomorrow. If you follow along with this, you're going to see many problems that are extremely similar to ones on the test tomorrow. Sound good? Fantastic. All right, here we go. Using the table below, what comes next in the pattern? What should I do? You guys tell me some hints and tips and tricks and things that I can do. Yes, ma'am.
First, you need to look at X.
Okay.
And figure out the pattern.
All right, so you tell me, what could I do? How did I go from 3 to 9? I added 6, right? Added 6. That works.
Or you could do 3 times 3.
We got to figure out which one works, right? Let's try adding 6, because adding's a lot easier. 3 plus 6 is 9. I'm doing good so far, right?
Yes.
9 plus 6 is not 27. Daggum. It's probably what?
3 times.
Multiplying. So you're saying the rule for x is times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. I'm feeling good about that. I just need to figure out what 27 times 3 is, right? All right, let's do that. 27 times 3. You guys feel good with 81?
Yeah.
I'm feeling good with 81, so I'm thinking this is probably 81. I'm seeing an answer down there that might be the right one. Now I got to figure out what I did with 4, right? I mean with y. Okay. 4 plus 12 works out great, doesn't it? 4 plus 12 is 16. 16 plus 12 is not 64. She says times 4. Thumbs up if you agree with that. Hopefully you're at home with your thumb up in the air. Your parents are looking at you like you're nuts. All right, thumbs up it is. I'm thinking it is times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. I got to do 64 times 4. I'm going to assume it's probably this, but I'm going to figure it out. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 6 is 24, plus the 1 is, and it is that. What comes next in the pattern? C. I like the way you guys use your patterns in those. Let's see what's next. Boom. Now, you saw this today, but not quite the same question. You are going to have some questions that are very similar to this. What is located at point 8,4? Somebody come up and help me out with this one. What is located at 8,4? I need you to show me how you would figure this out. All right, now tell me, how did you get to here? How did you get to this Elm High School? What did you do? So you did your X first, because if I'm saying 8, 4, you did, this is X, and you said this is Y. So you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you went up 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is right. Miss Davis taught us you have to go in the door before you can go up the steps of the house. And I like the way she taught us that. That makes a lot of sense. All right, next one. I saw one like this. I thought I would give you another example because we haven't done one like this in class. This one's very different, right? I already see the confused looks. If they're in here, they're at home, I promise you. A student scored a 72. Whoa, Mr. Bowen. 72. And there it is, right? My question says, according to the table above, how many items were incorrect, which would be in this box? How many questions were answered incorrectly? How many items, questions were answered incorrectly? How do we do that? What do we do? Because 1 is a 96, 2 is a 92. I've got to get to this 72, so I guess I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and say it's 6. That sounds right, doesn't it? That fits my box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that correct? I've got hands up saying, no way, Mr. Bowen, you've lost your mind. Why? There is a pattern there. What is my pattern? It's what, subtracting 4? And so what could we label this side as my what? X. This side is going to be my Y. Okay. So if we do X, we do Y, and we say, okay, 1 was a 96. 2 was a 92. 3, it has all this for me, 88. I'm looking good so far. 4, 84. Here's where it starts to be blank, and this blank means there could be more than one thing there. Well, what comes in my pattern after 1, 2, 3, 4? 5. What, sweetie, what is my pattern? Okay, so 84 minus 4 is 80. Okay, is that what the person scored? No, so am I at the right answer yet? No, so if we keep following our pattern on this side of plus 1, and this side is minus 4, 5 plus 1 is 6. 80 minus 4 is 76. Have I reached my score of 72 yet? I still don't know what they missed. So Mr. Bullens was wrong. You can't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't work in that order, does it? So the answer is not 6. I know it's not this. Now, what comes next in my pattern? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 7. 76 minus 4 is? 72. How many did this person miss? How many items did they miss? 7. Do you see how we did that?
Yeah.
You can't use this chart. You're going to have to draw your own chart tomorrow. I promise you, you will see one very similar to this. Okay? Not the same numbers, but very similar. Do you understand how to solve that one? All right. Aaron chose a point in the coordinate plane and gave his friend Balake the following directions to reach the point he chose. Start at the origin, go right 2 units, and up 5. Which letter matches those directions? You show me on the board. Kind of show because people are listening. They can't see what you're doing really unless you start showing on the board. So go right 2 units. That is the origin. Go right. It's all right. Go right 2 units, then up 5 units. And what letter did we hit?
C.
Tomorrow, you will see some things that are very similar to that. Can you follow those types of directions? Okay, what if I happen to say, go starting at 2? Could I go right 2 units and up 5? Yes. Pay attention to where you're starting. Is that important?
Yes.
Of course it's important. 2 different answers. But this answer, she was correct. It is C. Sean was given 4 ordered pairs to graph on a coordinate grid. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12. After he began graphing, he noticed a pattern. If he continued this pattern, what would be the 6th ordered pair? I can't solve this unless I have a chart. What are the 2 letters in my chart? X and Y. Make sure you do them in order. It does not matter if you do yours vertically or if you do yours horizontally. It's the same pattern, right? Yeah. So we have 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, 12. Okay? What pattern am I starting to see going on here with the X? It's not a multiply by 1 or multiply by 2 or add 1 or it's kind of a weird pattern. What's the pattern?
It's for X, it's
plus 1,
plus 2,
plus 2,
plus 3,
plus 3. So what would the next one probably be?
plus 4.
Plus 4. So what is 8 plus 4? 12. That is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one. What would come after plus 4? Plus 5. And that would be 17. Now let's go over to the Y. What's the first one? Plus 1. Then plus 3. Plus 1, plus 3. What in the world kind of pattern is this? What's the next one? Plus 5. What are we starting to add by? The what? Odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7. What is 12 plus 7? 19. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 19 plus that is 28. We've seen this one in class, but you are going to have to find patterns in your ordered pairs tonight. Does that sound good? You guys feel confident with that one? Feeling pretty good with that one. All right. This confused my students today because it said something we weren't used to seeing. Algebraic sentence, formula, those are all the same thing. One of these algebraic sentences actually fits this table. How do I solve that? Samantha says, I've got it. I know what to do.
What I did was I looked at first I found out my pattern.
Okay.
And that's 2 times 2 equals 4.
All right.
And then 4 times. No,
that doesn't work. But let's look at these.
Work.
So we have to look at these, right?
So
let's add this one in. Oh, so you're saying x times 2, that doesn't work.
Yeah, that don't work.
Because 2 times 2 is 4, and that is a 7. So
yeah,
that immediately says, okay, so we know that A is not correct. So now we take x plus 4.
So,
okay, 2 plus 4 is
6.
Okay, so we substitute the 2 in for the x. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Does that match my pattern? No.
So
That one can't be correct. Next was 3 times x, and I know that looks weird, plus 1 equals y. We substitute our 2 in, don't we? 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 equals... Hey, that one works. That's my answer, right?
No, we have to check all of them.
What? I have to check all of them? Seriously?
No, you have to check all the numbers because you could mess
Oh,
up. You can't just
all
guess.
this work.
It's a part of life.
Oh, man. I blame Miss Levy. Plus 1 equals y. So we tried our first one. Let's try our second number. Let's substitute the 4 in. 3 times 4
It's 12.
plus 1 equals y. That is 12 plus 1 equals 13. And that is not what we have here. So that one's wrong. I'm going to tell you what. If I work through this last one and it's not right, I'm going to lose my mind.
Okay.
All right. 2 times x plus 3 equals y. Let's substitute in our 2. 2 times 2 equals plus 3 equals
7.
That one works. Is it going to be like the last one and trick me again? If it is, I'm going to be really mad.
No,
All right.
you still have to do
2 times 4 equals
8.
plus 3 equals 11. I'm starting to feel really good about this one. 2 times 6
is 12.
plus 3.
15.
I know my answer now is D pretty confidently, don't I? All right. See if we can get a couple more of these in. Amanda left the store and went to her friend's house. Which statement describes her movement? All right. So, Jake, if I go right 2, 1, 2, and up 1, have I made it to her friend's house? No, so A is not the answer. If I go right 2, 1, 2, and then I go up 1, 2, 3, am I at her friend's house? No. If I go right 2 and up 2, am I at her friend's house?
Yes.
Do you see how we're going to solve those tomorrow? All right, fantastic. We've got about 50 seconds left for this next question. We can knock it out, though, all right? You're going to have things tomorrow that are going to ask you which is closest to something. Can you solve that without plotting them all? No. So we're going to go 3, 6. 3, 6 is here. 4, 2. 2 is here. 7, 8 is here. And 8, 3 is here. Which of these is the closest? It's 3, 6. This one is the closest. All right. It's time for you now to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And if I get 55 likes tomorrow, everyone in 5th grade gets gum.